Hello everyone, it is Honkai Star Rail Saturday for once. And then, so why are we streaming on Saturday? Because I really want to play the main story and I could not wait till tomorrow. We may still stream tomorrow, but this may be the weekend stream. It'll depend on what happens. Hi everyone. Currently, this is the main quest, and as tomorrow became yesterday, most likely the last chapter for Amphorius before we start setting up for our next stop on the Astral Express. As shown by the last two stream titles, I know narratively that this is not going to go in a positive route. It's going to be in that like tragic, heroic kind of deal. And I'm not prepared for that emotionally. We have Cyrene in her beautiful, I'd say like adult form, question mark, her older form. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll just do a quick go through before we just get right into there. Currency War was released. As you can see, I was mildly, totally not, super obsessed with it. I played so much of this, guys. And then Snack Dash is currently available. I have fully maxed out Snack Dash. It's a cute little guy. You can blitz through it pretty fast. And then the Relic Recon, I think I just need to do like one more currency run. Yeah. And I'll be able to get that. You can invite people back and get rewards for it if they rejoin. And then currently, this is our showcase for this part of the patch. We have Cyrene as our new character, and then Castris, Treeby, and Hyacinth as our returning ones, with Moza, Lynx, and Peya also on here. So, for those of you who knew, I pulled for Castris with 40 pity, and I pulled for 310 pulls, so we're up to 70. I did not get her. I have the guarantee, and I said that I was going to devote like 30 pulls to each character that I wanted because of the fact that there are so many characters in this patch that I want. And so I was like, oh, I told you all, if we get to 70 pity, we get through all 30 without pulling her when I have guarantee, I'm going to hold it for Finon in the next part of the patch. And get E1 Finon with our guarantee. That's still going to leave us, I'm going to pull 30 on Cyrene, 30 on Mighty to see if I might be able to get an Eidolon for him, and then 30 on Cypher. And probably the rest of it, by then, they'll like start releasing the new characters. I know the Dahlia is also coming out, and I'm excited to see what she brings. This got refreshed. I can't access it. I'm so close, but still so far away from being able to access that. And then Divergent Universe is not getting expanded for next month. As you can see, I'm one level away from fully maxing it out. And then, Simulated Universe news. No. Golden Gear update. So I have gotten all 28 of the different paths on here, and then we are currently just working on finishing up these. I have one more to get through, and then I'm clearing level 5 on all the different paths. I have been trying to see if I can get any further with the Conundrum. Currently, I'm just not powerful enough on my teams to be able to get through. Like, I can get through level 1 and that's it. Anything above level 1 is just, my characters die. So we will just finish it off for now with this test part, and then maybe later once my characters get better or I finally get some supports, that is my own fault, that I might be able to actually, be able to clear some of these levels. And that will have Swarm Disaster and Golden Gear done, and then I can finally start on the Unknowable Domain. And then, really quickly, just Well, I had a Golden Gear side quest. When I did the last thing, it must have finished it off. I think... Let me try and think of what it was. They essentially saw the birth of Rupert... Rupert the First or Rupert the Second, and then one of them suggested that one of the other Ruperts was already present during that time, and they're like, oh, there's no way time-wise that the other one could have been present while this was ongoing already. So I think that was the end of Golden Gear, as it gave us some lore. Alright, so that is it. So let us go back to the main quest. And then currently, as you can see, we're in Himiko, and Himiko was talking to all of our allies at the Genesis Fountain, getting everybody's like, we're gonna support you and what's happening.
Misery and bliss, the same no matter where you go.
Thank you, Sunday. Also, I have been told that I need to not have Finon.
Looks like it's not a bad time for a performance.
That I need to not have Finon as my, in my party once I get to a certain fight. One of my friends also plays this game, and they were like, I brought Finon to this one fight and I got stuck in a loop, so I would suggest not bringing them. So we will put an Exagrius on the team, and I really don't have to change much else once he's on here. And then we'll just leave it like that. Look at him. I love him, Your Honor. Alright, delve into Emphorius and explore the world within. And so the Express crew is joining us in Emphorius. Very exciting. Oh, I also will be doing a little break at around an hour into the stream, just as a heads up.
Why is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Himiko.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people just moments ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant. Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence.
Is often the prelude to divine intervention.
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come. Here they come. The nameless of the Astral Express.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the chroniclers of time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era Nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the Three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew, but gods who permeate heaven and earth. The 12 Titans who guard Emphorius.
Stop fooling around, March. Come on out.
What? Aw, I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Emphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit more casual and laid back.
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So, these jellyfish are the Titan's power?
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. If I went all out, I could summon way more of them. Thanks to him, we all turned into Titans in the New World. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off.
How intriguing. So what does he look like now?
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
Please don't add weird stuff to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. He looks way more majestic now than he used to.
Oh yeah, I guess we're in Kefali's spot currently. I'm curious if this is gonna be actually cool or if it's like a gag.
All the residents of the Holy City have gathered here.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout, as if waiting for a miracle to descend.
That colossal deity is him. He has become the pillar of the world.
Okay, so we're still just Kefali's statue. Got it.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike his usual style.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness his awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world, and every breath they take is intertwined with Amphorius's destiny.
Awakening? Has he fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken, and then bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on, everyone! Let's get closer to him! Watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world!
Well, it seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go witness this moment for ourselves.
Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of him transformed into a towering Tatalov. Could it be?
No way! That was just a nice dreamscape. At least nice for him.
If they are the throne of worlds who bears the weight of this world, perhaps they could guide a traveler still wandering among the stars.
Hey, since when did you get all pious? His advice sounds pretty silly sometimes, you know.
The so-called fool and the world are merely a step apart.
Teaching us to find erudition amidst imperfection. Praise
I would be
thee,
so creeped out.
chalice of plenty, for you brew the ocean into sweet wine.
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan, the world-bearing deliverer, is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne.
Oh, this is the child that we helped. If you all remember in one of the side quests where we pretended to be Kefali to like keep the kids' spirits alive, this is that little girl.
Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world your divine prophecy.
Please guide us. Show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn.
So is the statue actually gonna move, or are we just gonna spawn in like March does?
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
I mean, Sunday almost pulled that off too.
He will give us the answer.
But I am not the deliverer.
Oh,
Rather, I am the Nameless, who dwells among mortals.
That voice is definitely him.
I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. So flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes.
I guess that will be our photo for this video.
Is this?
Yes, it's the miracle he brought to Amphorius. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants,
but to become heroes of rebellion. To face that destined calamity, the destruction, head on.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all of you. In the name of Kazlana, let us depart and march towards the light.
Bearer of Chaos. Interesting that Kazlana has gotten that title now.
It's neither protection nor salvation. As always, there's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named survival.
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Not to break up, but we better get such good fuel from this visit. Oh, we're gonna switch to Herta now. Always fun.
Is it just me, or does this Demiurge Matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like how the Memo Keeper described it.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion: this must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence. Certain, pure, and absolute darkness.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping Iromtomb. That is, if it even exists.
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's yelling, "Look, there's nothing here." Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear the system inside out.
Always happy to help. But as your academic partner, I have to ask, Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you have a backup plan?
A backup plan? Of course. If we can't find the key, we turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Huh? Then let's hope we never have to use it. There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting. You brought what I asked for, right?
The end of life.
Has to land on the branch before it can dance. We'll need a wide open platform before her entrance.
Okay. I want to see what that... Oh yeah, we have achievements. I forgot. Okay. Behold, where the chariot charges forth lies dawn and victory. Witness the trailblazer manifesting as the express, traversing the skies. I really feel like this is hinting that we are Akavili. Like... Okay, so we have one more outside of this. Within the light cone, all is faded. Interesting. Alright. Use ally Jinglu to deal the final blow in a victory against Yanqing. Ensure all banned academic office members are weakness broken at the same time during the fight with the Wander Forest Banana Academic Office staff. Use only ally character Glaya Garment Maker to defeat all enemy targets and earn a victory in a single battle. In a single battle, accumulate over 9,999,999 pilfer points with the talent records of the ally character Cypher. And in a single battle, consume a total of 10,000 HP from ally character Hyacinth's Little Ika via healing allies. And then collect the Golden Gear's Eon's Secret Final. I am the Omega. I am Omega. In Simulated Universe, Golden Gear successfully performed dodge 6 times consecutively in avoiding the beams challenge. Receive information from Runway and Snack Dash. I want to reset my thing. Let us switch him out with Herta then.
Play like how you usually do in the simulated universe.
And then, because I don't have her, so let's play as her for a little bit. And this looks like a new map, because I see like the Garment Maker, and then we have a Hand of Zagreus out of here. New map to explore. Okay. I honestly forgot. What do you do?
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Oh yeah, she
Just
marks
use
like
that
all.
thing over there, Zag.
I forgot she has like, she can mark treasure chests on the map. Oh, that's so handy. I'm so jealous.
What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand.
Oh yeah, I forgot we can kill these guys this way. Just clear those out now so I don't have to deal with them later. Oh, was that not what I was supposed to do? Oh, break the obstacles blocking the platform.
Herta's Big Hand is what I call power. Still not done? What is this? Finally. All set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Of course. Just give me a second. Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine. Classy choice.
Just a personal preference. Her name's Mistletoe.
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklorian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit.
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Especially the most important one. Your will. Iromtomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes could speed up its arrival.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me?
Of course. Time to board. After you.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is. Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace. Buckle up. We're hacking in. This is...
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
Okay, I was wondering if we were going to pilot this thing. The mistletoe is Scrollum's personal collection piece, an elegantly designed Trojan program. Click the cruise button to start flying. Click again to switch to hover state. Use directional buttons to steer mistletoe. Click the accelerate button for a temporary speed boost. Click the exit button to in-flight. Toggle the vertical inversion option to change flight controls. The mistletoe is equipped with auto cruise program. Click the auto cruise button and the mistletoe will automatically fly to the navigation point. Click again during auto cruise to switch to manual
So
control.
basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one.
What an interesting way that they're showing the hacking, quote unquote. Hack the terminal and reverse the computation. Oh, I hear a treasure chest around, so I imagine this area will be able to explore, and that's why you can do manual, because there's probably like hidden areas around.
Almost no response. Just as I feared. Not promising.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Locking onto the next one now.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all records, but I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name, the Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace, but he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan?
Oh, interesting. I don't want to accidentally skip her dialogue. That's why I've been like waiting until they're done talking, because I've accidentally skipped dialogue by like, oh, they'll keep talking while I'm moving around. I was in fact incorrect.
Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start.
Ophelia, I think, is Cyrene, so wouldn't... If the tomb is like all of Cyrene's past memories, wouldn't that mean that Cyrene is the Demiurge? Question mark?
The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen, all point to the opposite.
I was wondering if... Okay, running off my theory that, Cyrene is the Demiurge, because Xander, like, they're like, oh, they wiped all existence of the Demiurge, and Cyrene has disappeared from the majority of the cycles, right?
So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Time to crack open the kernel. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right. Let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Yeah, because if Finon is the entity of destruction, it would make sense that Cyrene is the entity of remembrance.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition. Declining. The destruction. Surging. The remembrance. 0.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real Matrix.
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the Remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting.
I knew those were going to be speed-up loops. The Quartizoran algebraic expression barriers have been deactivated. Shurlam has deployed multiple acceleration rings in the Delta Me 13 data space to enhance Mistletoe's hacking efficiency. Piloting the Mistletoe through the acceleration rings will grant a powerful speed boost effect during which the directional control is disabled. What is that over there?
Wider than I thought. I was expecting a full-on aerial brawl.
It's
Thing looks
advised
so
to remain
cool.
vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exomyth.
Look at that, guys. Okay, that might be the photo for this one. Oh, it's that black tide corruption.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the exomyth.
I didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion. Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a specter, literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself. Might as well drop in and say hi to the real him.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the Demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost a matchup.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor is in place. Proceed when ready.
And then there's one of the bugs that we can interact with.
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here.
Is he not all these cables and TVs?
However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
Don't all these cables and whatnot, like, similarly match up to, like, the neural pathways in a brain? Oh god, what are those things called? Oh my god, I don't remember. The, like, bulbs that are in the brain are the TVs, and the pathways are the neural pathway, like, the cables are the pathways between, is it the neurons? The different, like, nexus points, and then this part here is the brain itself, or at least that's the imagery I'm getting. Like, is this not his brain?
It's his domain. Stay alert.
Like, is this not all his own brain? Like, do you all get what I'm putting down here? Like, this back here is like the brain stem, and then these are like the neuron pathways. It's pretty empty, like they should be all over the place, but I feel like you all are getting what I'm, like, trying to explain.
Cheap trick.
The spatial field here is undergoing autonomous recalibration, initiating reverse engineering of the interference source.
We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I expected. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. Our navigation target is a null set.
So he's stopped resisting?
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us.
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge.
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old Intellitron dig his own grave. Just like he wants.
To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there.
The Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now, choosing to act even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling. What the unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet, they were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
Mim? Question mark?
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about.
Oh. Yeah, the one place that he guys, let me think this out. The one place that he never talks about is where all the Mim or the Memo sprites or whatever they're called, the Mim-like creatures, that little area where they all hang out, like that's never talked about outside of like Phynon and Cyrene talking about it. So what if that area with all the Memo sprites, with all the Mim-like creatures, is the Demiurge, like the fragments of the Demiurge? All the little Mims are Demiurge sprites, or like the fragments that Herta was talking about. And so when Cyrene kind of fused with the Mim form, maybe became the Demiurge, or like she has access to them because they're all related to the Time Titan, because when you talk to them in the event, they're like, oh, we've always followed the Time Titan kind of deal. Potentially. It's a thought.
What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Lygus' coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right.
I like that it's just chilling in between our feet.
Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
My elated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final words.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iromtomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iromtomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the Demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here as we reveal the truth behind Felia's 093's disappearance. A lie by the Remembrance.
But where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree, the daughter of Ide Silicii quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecies fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears. She was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx.
Undefined record number 6, archived.
Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by. In the midst of laughter, the wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs.
But the name Ide Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods.
My childhood friend did not understand.
Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you.
Why was I like that then? That's because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Undefined record number 28, archived.
But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger, and bigger, and to go to places far away. Just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown, just as the ballad Blown on the Breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times.
Interesting that me is in quotes.
You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? Then let's get started. The hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter, and once again heads towards tomorrow.
Undefined record number 496, archived. Parsing objective information, 0, 9, 3.
Correction. Philia 093's record number 496. Archived.
It's a little concerning that this cage has chains all over it. System running. Delta-Me 13 colon? Yeah, colon / Amphorius / Iromtomb.exe runtime error. Program from an unknown publisher, Delta-Me 13's colon / Demiurge / Philia 093.exe. Allow write access. Running Philia 093.exe.
Hi, miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Aw, not the seed being in the cage chained up and then listening to their story through the bars. Oh, that's sad.
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete.
Oh, Delta-Me 13.
0, 9, 3. Size. Grayscale. Proportions. Threshold. Outputting analysis result.
Learn.
Philia 093 equals peach.
Oh, the color. Oh, so the 093 that it's always saying is Philia's numbers.
Peach's record number 8128.
Oh, she's teaching
Archived.
it. It's learning through her. Delta-Me 13's colon / Amphorius / Iron2.exe runtime error. Unhandled exception occurred 1-3 objective name every page of record. Click excerpt to ignore the error and continue. Click details to view the full log. Running Philia 093.exe.
Look, what a magnificent sight. Comment. Peach. Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this. Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after a few thousand years? Conclusion. It won't. I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it glowed under the sunlight. It was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment and just stared at it in a trance. Record. Peach is on the ground. I wonder, did every Cyrene in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete. Bye, Peach.
Aww. They're making me get emotional over a slowly learning program. Oh, no, it's color. It lost its pink.
Peach's record number. As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphorius won't be forgotten.
Query. Record.
Oh, the voice changed.
Electrical signal sequence. Bolamos 600. Track. Strife.
Okay, so Polemos is Mighty Mouse.
Related to Stripe. Comment. Pretty.
Oh, is that March's voice?
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 720. Track. Reason.
And then that's Anaxagrius.
Related to Raisin. Comment. Yummy.
Electrical signal sequence. Leah 093.
And then all the color came back for the peach.
Related to love.
Oh, wait, aren't these colors March's colors? Pink and blue like this? Oh, was I on the wrong track? Is it instead of Cyrene? Was this how March was born? Is March the demiurge?
Comment. Peach equals love?
I want to keep this child. I have known them for 10 minutes probably, and I am already obsessed with them. Delta-me13s, colon, backslash Synthorius, backslash Iromtomb.exe runtime error. An unhandled exception occurred 2 out of 3. Object name, naive, dream. Click excerpt to ignore the error and continue. Click details to view the full log. So it's essentially like, oh, you can just skip through this part if you want. Oh, the little flecks of rainbow. Details, of course. Running Philia093.exe.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again.
Bye, Peach.
Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy.
Conclusion. Books are meant to be light, not heavy.
I have started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hands.
Peach, uneasy?
Formatting progress. 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting.
Conclusion. Progress. Bad.
If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive dream?
Peach, scared.
Formatting progress. 96.024%.
Peach, don't cry.
Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Comment. I'm here.
Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me?
Peach, happy.
Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it?
Record. Peach doesn't like tears.
I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. When I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping my tears away, a little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow, where, to my surprise, was a forest. let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Ide Silicii's forests. Their names can be connected into a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete.
Bye, Peach. Note. Little Peach. Crying alone. Little fairies. Friends. Save.
The learn every time.
Little fairies. Good friends. Bye-bye.
Oh. 'Cause it's Mim. Guys, this is gonna make me cry over a computer program learning how to be sentient. It shouldn't. Why? How dare you? But also, what amazing writing. But also, how dare you? Delta-me13's colon backspace and Forious backspace Iromtomb.exe runtime error. An unhandled exception occurred. 3 out of 3. Object named A New Blackness. Click excerpt to ignore the error and continue. Click details to view the full log. Running Philia093.exe.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
Me! Little fairies. Happy.
Bud of memory.
Speaking easy. I can.
So it went from seed of memory to bud. Oh, so this is why Mim couldn't speak all that well at the beginning. So did the Demiurge merge then with Cyrene? And using all, it like also absorbed all of Cyrene's memories when it saved them. And so it then became an entity. And so we were with the Demiurge this entire time. But the Demiurge kind of fused with all the past Cyrenes.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment.
Shh. You speak. I listen. This time, too. Sitting together.
Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental.
Sentimental. Stories have sentiments.
I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze.
Peach, strange.
I won't do that anymore now.
Why unhappy?
Formatting progress 73.998%.
I'm here. Don't be scared.
Process error. Analyzing.
Won't allow it to interrupt you. Always sitting together.
Okay, I was wondering if Delta and then the Demiurge were two separate entities, but it's very obvious that Demiurge is, at this point, a separate entity from the Delta-me13.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces? What's that?
This feels like, you know how whenever there's like something going on with the Stellaron, only we can see it and then everybody else has to just take our word for it? How originally, wasn't it originally that no one else could see Mim and then we were able to finally manifest them into the world? If the Demiurge kind of was blown apart / merged with the Stellaron, wouldn't that follow the pattern of like at first no one could see Mim except for us in that manner? that we can interact with Stellarons because we are partially fused with the Stellaron.
I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Isn't that already enough?
Not enough, not enough! Peach, don't leave!
Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Peach left.
If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Needs new blank spaces. Next, Cyrene has blank space. Oh, Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you find blank space. Cyrene is Peach, is love. So, first there is love, then there is Cyrene, then there is blank space. Query, love.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotions.
Consciousness, emotions, feel sad. Oh, don't understand. Query, Cyrene?
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphorius's dawn in the next life?
Key, door, story, happy, Peach, Cyrene, little fairy, Mike, yes, right, query, memory.
Ooh, this is a pretty little backsplash.
Peaches, memories, save, learn.
The prophecy's fulfilled. This child is a gift from the gods.
Pink hair and those ears. She was born to be the priest of time.
Cyrene has pink hair, sharp ears.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning.
Cry, child. Cry aloud. Let your voice reach Oryx.
Cyrene is a girl, a priest. Easy. I can. I learn.
Anyway, I don't like tears. But the name Ides Elysiae came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy. As if nothing ever worried you.
Cyrene doesn't like tears. Always happy.
Of course. Because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Cyrene is gentle, likes beautiful things, can write stories.
Also, I love this Finon just sitting on a hay bale with the mem sprites.
Easy. I can. I learn.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey.
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treebe's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty.
Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, she will stay behind.
One moment, my OBS disconnected for a second. Let's make sure, is the stream still running? Okay, I have reconnect successful. Did my recording continue? It looks like my recording did. Yeah, okay. Hopefully that will not continue, but we are getting close to the break. We were supposed to do the break like 10 minutes ago, but I'm trying to get to like a good narrative stopping point to do that break before coming for a minute.
Cyrene is, at the end of every sentence, always laughing, like a little tail. Simple. Got it!
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
Alright, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So, come on, cheer up a bit, okay?
Cyrene was crying when she was born. Fragile. Transparent, like a crystal. Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. Soft, pink, like a flower. The later memories disappeared? Invisible? Or disappeared? Ah, I got it! Is this a blank space? So, next Cyrene is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space. And Peach will always be here. I see. I get it. I get it all. Cyrene's memories. I will preserve them all.
That is such a pure
So
child's
weird.
understanding of death.
I can't see you, but I get this feeling.
Oh, and then Demiurge is turning into the adult form of Cyrene that we know. So really, probably the Cyrene we've always interacted with has always been the Demiurge then.
That you grew up?
Hi. Miss me yet?
Flower. Okay, so we've gone from seed to bud to flower of memory.
It just feels like you were a bit more mature.
Yes. Mature. Beautiful. Like you. Now, I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance. I can sing. Also, I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes Cyrene, so I'm going to tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick, sit down.
It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very cute.
Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light. Like Peach's every story. How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious and wanted to know, but it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only their own reflection. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal flower and think about the answer. Until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? They didn't know, but it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy, and I knew it was love. love brings everything together. And it brought you and me together. So Peach and I will always be together. What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together. Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit my tastes. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the ground. Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Nor does the flower understand what love is. Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand love? Why? It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities, and would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect world. But should a flower like this be called love? But then... the story won't exist anymore. That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower's own shattering. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love is.
And that's a mirror to what our little learning program is learning, is that it's a flower bloomed in isolation, and through interacting with things outside, it's learning to love.
Peach's words, I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? But it's fine. I can learn. Right. Query Cyrene.
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me. What is love? What is love meant?
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093. Track lament.
That's not correct.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory.
Oh wait, since Lygus is the one talking, this remind me of his story that I was like, you don't seem to understand your own thing. He was like, oh, the scientist takes the brain of the chimera, and tricks it into thinking it has a brain, and then once it's fully born and it goes looking for a brain, tears off the scientist's head. So in this case with the scepter, is the demiurge is the brain, right? And so it tore out the demiurge to try and build it based purely off the scepter, and then the scepter goes looking for its head, kind of deal. Okay, I do need to put us on a quick break. I will be right back. It's like max 10 minutes, probably just a little over 5. I will be right back, guys. Okay, so we are back. So let us continue the narrative.
Not having a consciousness means not having the foundation of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotions. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. That is an objective form of pattern recognition that does not distinguish between the self and the other. In a strange twist of fate, Thalia 093 embarked upon a different path and obtained a different power. The Remembrance, an empathy mechanism focused on the self and equipped with emotional projection capacities. Lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior. Perhaps that was why she was chosen.
The daughter of Ide Silicii. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless, and only targeting myself. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you that it's the most romantic force in the world. Sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form by the world. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain the entire world. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel, for while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in muted silence. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist in this world, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, could stall the destruction steps. Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down in trepidation. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars and smiles for all to see. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tender heart at some point. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, warm and wet, and that tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then, people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It'll be all the remembrances within this story. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now. Everything was false? But you're standing right here.
it's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream. Indeed. That's why I believe all this is real. The moment the crystal flower fell, that genuine shiver, that's the mover of life.
Formatting progress 23.815%.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrance's pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today.
Right. I still haven't told you what love is. But actually, my good friend, the Lament Factor did not understand what love was before she met you either. Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. That I love everything in this saga. The story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers and all falls to silence, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphorius.
I still don't get it. But I trust Peach. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet.
Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cyrene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond, dropped from the past to send ripples into the future. In the stories you will write, perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the stars cast their gazes upon you, you'll only reply to them with love and a smile.
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud, while you will depart and hold that star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page with him, and our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance, and they shall become the epic known as I've Written.
And so my story ends. From here on, it's your story now.
Huh?
Mimi?
I knew I was gonna cry.
Me?
You are, I am, who?
Ma'am.
Gaze, watching, outside, cold. You, warm. You like warmth.
So, the light that tore through the chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. Yet, I forgot everything, but I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I? Yes, the seed within memories. The one Cyrene held in her hands and watered with lament. I am the first new spore. Amphorius's heart. The Demiurge. What a long name. And it doesn't even sound cute. The total opposite of Mem. I'm sorry. I don't know. If I don't even want to believe in the answer, then how am I supposed to answer you? But now's not the time to cry, right? We'll find the answer, just like how miracles will eventually happen.
I like how the game's like, now's not the time to cry, and I'm like, then you shouldn't have made me cry.
Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first set out? Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart. It's all so strange, yet so familiar. Either way, could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want you to call me Cyrene. That name represents me and her. Every one of her. Thank you, friend. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together within this book, as I've written, becoming the source of power for Amphorius's heart. A lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning. For the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. Then, and what happens after that? I don't know either. Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything, and am devoured by the destruction. Either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end of this saga. That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cyrene. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good. It's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating. Remember this moment, friend.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of Amphorius, only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half. Iromtomb.
Then, Felia093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with the contaminated scepter and attracted the naive demiurge to them.
Oh, and thus the empty heart began its journey to return to its body.
As an experimental factor, Felia093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices enabled her to complete an unprecedented feat. She managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence the erudition.
Not only is the Scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. Your defeat is already set in stone. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
What a pity. When the truth surfaced, I knew at once that the Demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter the result of the experiment. Not only that, Madam Herta, please consider this possibility. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, what wondrous creation will arise?
Hatred being Phynon, of course, or Kazlana, and lament being, of course, Cyrene.
It's simple. An anti-creator, a giant of the destruction, would be born. Its hatred will ignite the starry skies of the gods, motivated only by its lament toward the sufferings of humankind.
Do you really think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Felia093, even after 30 million cycles?
The facts above only await the arrival of the fourth instant they calculated. Those words will be proved in the presence of Nous. Xandar 1 Kuwabara thus completes the proof.
Huh. You branded Droidhead as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory? I pity you, Xandar.
I don't need your pity. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want, and paint the future they imagined. As their creator, I shall complete my duty, and direct them to complete their final query. The destruction of the self.
What hubris. And what if you fail?
No one understands failure better than Xandar. He has suffered so much already. What is one more failure to him?
Essentially saying that if all of this fails, like, he can just start anew.
For the first genius, failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man.
That's excellent.
Oh.
Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the final step to overturn your proof.
I'm all ears.
It's my topic, so stay out of it. Be quiet and let me borrow your head. Let's go, Screwy. We're gonna break Iromtomb's seal. Come on, let's take off. It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Alright, one moment. We got an achievement. Launch the Trojan program Mistletoe for the first time. Twilight of the Gods. And can a heart bloom when watered by time? Reveal the secret of Felia093 and the Demiurge. Love Peach and a crystal flower. Okay, and so now we have all of our things left, so there's like at least 5 more parts. I have looked it up, and this place, if you actually like sit and enjoy each of the sections, this patch is like 6 to 7 hours. And then we're coming up on, of course, 2 hours currently. One moment. Oh, how do I get to the book again? Can I not access the book right now? Maybe because I'm Herta. Oh, you can't even teleport to the other areas currently. Oh, I can't even leave this section. Oh, that's interesting.
Dangerous, oppressive, chaotic.
Oh, that's another good thumbnail.
What a beautiful wail. It will soon resound throughout the entire cosmos.
The view's pretty good here. All yours, Screwy.
Just a moment, please.
I see. So your backup plan requires a scepter and the head of a genius.
Yeah, because like in his metaphor, the Iron Tomb should be going for his head, so it would make sense if they have brought Xandar's head, the Iron Tomb will take his.
Anyone with eyes can see that.
You know what I think about this, Herta. Whether it succeeds or fails, your plan plays right into the Destruction's hands.
Can't you see what's going on, Strulum? Her chances may be small, but it's not zero.
What are you two going on about? If you want to stop me, be quick about it. I'm in a hurry. I'll take that silence as a no. You, Xandar?
As your enemy, I genuinely wish you would cease your actions. But should your sudden inspiration bring more variables to the proof, then as a fellow Pathstrider of the Erudition, I won't mind witnessing it with my own eyes.
You will initiate the Destruction's chain reaction.
But you'll also become the perfect scholar. The chances are 10,000 to 1.
Okay. Will it let me leave her? It will. Okay. And then now I can go different places. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I didn't want to go to Penacony. I meant to go to Enforius.
It's still early. Where to now?
Okay. I think there were some changes in the book that I saw, and I want to go over that before we hit that 2-hour mark. Okay, I don't see anything new here. Just want to make sure we've done all of these. I wonder if Cyrene is going to get added to the book as the 13th Titan, like up here or something. Because when you go to the section where you get like points, it says that finish all the chapters, and I'm like, hence why I'm flipping through them all. I'm like pretty confident I've gone through all of them, But if we're gonna get a 13th Titan, essentially, the Demiurge, then it would make sense that I haven't finished, quote-unquote, all of the chapters, because there's gonna be a 13th character. Okay, so... Okay, so they've all done this, and it's just a zoom in. Kalis, you know I've always had a soft spot for you. Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking, if I have to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering again and again, I like you, still says it the best, because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Oh, but to me, liking someone is simple and natural part of life. If Kayla's got someone special, family, friend, or romance, I'll cheer you on to express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? Kayla's always managed to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? I've got a secret. Every now and then I replay it all in my head. Besides, and it's not just the things that really happen. Some are conversations only ever exist in my imagination, but they're precious too. So I'll be tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this. Only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Okay. Okay, so we do have a couple that we have not done. Oh, encryption key. Who's my best partner? Mem? Cyrene. No. Oh, it gives us the answer. Me. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we have a bunch of these now. We'll go to those in a minute. Me over here being like, I just heard, did someone fall? If I get called away for a second, someone might have, so we might have to deal with that in a minute. Maybe. Anyway, we'll see. Your heart harbors wrath, you yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of the eon and lived. You have stepped onto the destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path, that the possibility of a new path beginning born is ended. Possibility of a new past being born is ended. It burns away all its cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iromtomb is your name, the Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of the eons, Amphorius destined with the erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 496. It is fury called Phynon. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After the endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from the beyond the sky, also a past strider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you. Okay, so I did have some new stuff. Containment measures. Admin note. To ensure secrecy, I'm assuming Stellaron, contamination must be deployed around the scepter to block any potential interference from external universe. In addition, use Cortizoran algebraic expression and a Memoria encrypted environment to fully contain experiment ripples, which would be Cyrene, and prevent observations by number 4 Polka Kakamond. Ooh, and that's the corrupted section. Okay, due to the self-destruction of Nikos 496, a vulnerability appeared in the world-bearing logic in 33,550,337 recursive loop assumed by the variable Kalis. System assessment indicates that allows Kalis to act unchecked will, with a high probability, cause the system's iteration process to stagnate or even regress. There's also a certain possibility that it could lead to the Scepter's extrapolative propositions becoming self-contradictory. To ensure the normal operation of the experiment, the administrator intervened in the calculation with ID Lycos. After expelling the variable Kalis and destroying civilization, several electrical signals displayed hostility towards Lycos and launched a series of attacks, resulting in the loss of contact with the administrator. In the final phase of the recursive loop, the database was invaded by the Remembrance and discarded data was retrieved by Evernight. Currently, there are no known risks. Okay, and then I think we've read these parts. So I think the thing that updated was the observation record. During the final phase, the recursive loop Anaxagoras was detected hiding within Lycos' data entity. Shortly after, Anaxagoras' electrical signals were analyzed and stripped by Lycos and have now been reloaded into the buffer. Have we read these? I don't think we have. Interesting. This one is the history between Celios, who Hyacinth fought to become the new god of the sky, and Terravox. Oh, are these like the different paths that they could have taken? Because this one says the scholar became the sage, or where the blonde crown prince became a sage of the grove. Okay, so these are like different timelines. Zagreus became the god of law, and so Cypher became the Chrysosayer of law. And then this one is if Ceridra had been successful in her campaign. Okay. Interesting. And then these are all new ones here. What are you saying? If I told a bedtime story, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep at all. If it's to help Kayla sleep, though, my soft snores would work much better. And then, okay, and so each of these will gray out as you read them. Okay, neat. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do, just to check on the book, because I was like, oh, I think some of that data set part got reset, which it did. And I imagine that the next section is going to be a fight, or like the birth of the Iron Tomb. So we will leave that for the next stream. Depending on how ambitious I feel, we may stream tomorrow, we may stream tonight. We may wait until we stream next week. We'll see how I feel and how much I want to continue on that main story quest. We'll see, though. But that is it for today. I will see you all later. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and get some good sleep. Bye, everyone.